Hey, what's up everybody? Tim here. So, the time has come. It is a happy new year. Oh, sorry as my cat shakes the camera. So hopefully everybody's having a wonderful new year. 3 days in, hopefully everybody's good. But a tradition here is the vinyl tag, which I didn't participate in last year because I started doing movies. Because, you know, I'm Fellini now. I started videos in February. And I don't know, I just never did the vinyl tag. So I was more than happy to jump on this one. Wanted to get in early, kind of help everybody get going. So first one was brought to you by my good friend Andrew at Tales from the Crate, who he has the questions there. You can play along, you can write them down with me. I'll try to go slow enough. I'm doing this on my phone, so I don't know if I'll be able to type them all out. It's getting late, so let's get cooking. I got my questions, I got some records, I have some caffeine. Let's do this. So, question number one, your best finds of 2018. So what I did was I kind of looked at it as finds. Things that you bought online, yeah, you found them, but you clicked a link because you said you wanted that. And I understand that sometimes your find could be a rare one. I know that Andrew had mentioned Abdul Wadud, which he had been looking for literally years. But I bought a collection earlier this year, and really wasn't sure what was going to be in it, and it was just kind of a quick flip through blind buy at the price. And I scored this. This was my very first Nina Simone on wax. The very iconic I Put a Spell on You. Original pressing, mono. It's not in the best of shapes, but this will never leave my collection. I was very happy to get that. It has seen a ton of spins since I got it. But there was something else that really touched me this year, and that was a gift from Jeff Kempen. This has really brought back some wonderful memories this holiday season. This is the Best Ink Spots on MCA. It's a 2-disc set, which, if I'm not mistaken, I believe there's even a misprint on one of the labels, which is even cooler. So, Jeff, as it focuses, come on, come here. Jeff, from me to you, big ol' hug, brother. I owe you one. So, is this gonna ever focus? Hey, there we go. So thank you. So, as my cat is trying to steal the list from me, question number 2, shout outs of channels who maybe need some love, some support, some subs. Well, my opinion of it is that we can all use more. I think the community should ever be growing and supporting each other. But I did have a couple channels that jumped out at me that I've been watching recently. Mark G with a C. He's got an amazing, killer metal collection. It does CD as well, but to me, music is music. I don't care if you want to show it on reel to reel. And Mark's got a hell of a metal collection, so check him out. A new one that I've just stumbled on recently, TX Matt 2112. Could be a Rush fan. Hey, you never know. Based off that name, right? Pirate novelist. Very interesting stuff that he has there. But I mean, even people like who've been around a minute, like Mo and Rock and H2 Vinyl. I mean, they're just breaking the 200s. I'm just breaking the 200s. So go out, if you watch somebody that you like, see who they're subscribed to, see who's watching them. Click around, because there are so many channels. Jolly Roger is one that hasn't hit 200 yet, and I don't know why. He's got great taste, shows a lot of really cool stuff. He gets a lot of really cool finds really cheap. So I don't know why he's under 200. Chris over First Pressing Goodness. First Pressing Goodness. That is tough to say. I don't think I've ever said it on camera. He's just hitting 200. I mean, it's like, what people? There's so many good stuff. Click around. You know. If you are subscribed to me, go check out these guys. Check out everybody I'm subscribed to. Subscribe to everybody. Watch them all. Beats TV. Hopefully there's less ads. Question number 3. What holes are you looking to fill in your collection this year? Well, I mean, I'm the quintessential, there's never enough. But I've kind of told myself that I really want to focus more in on jazz and metal this year, with a smattering of psych. Yes, that's a very interesting combination, I'm aware. But that's kind of where I'm at, you know. I mean, I'm really loving the psych that I'm finding and people are sharing, and some of it's ridiculously priced, but still, blues is another one, you know, which has that crossover into a little bit of psych and stuff like that. So I really am all over the map, and it's tough to pinpoint. If I had to put it down to a couple of artists, I really want to get my 60s and 70s Van Morrison game on point. Thanks to Steve Carlson, I've got another Van Morrison added to the collection, but there's so many goodies I want to add to that. King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard is another band that I absolutely love. Man, did they put out way too many flippin' albums. So there's a ton of stuff. So hey, we're all in the same boat, right? We need records. All right, so let me start speeding this up because I really haven't shown. I've shown 2 records, and we're getting into this. All right, so a cheap record that is really good. I pulled a couple of options for you guys here. So one I showed recently. This is The Pursuit of Happiness. This is a Canadian band. This one came out in '88. The big hit off of this one was a song called "I'm an Adult Now." But this is really well written. And really well put together. Great production on this. It doesn't really suffer from a lot of the 80s like overproduction, echoey crap. It's really well done. And I have another one of theirs on CD, which I also enjoy as well. The vinyl for that one, The Pursuit of Happiness, which is called Love Junk. So it's a fun name. You can probably find it for under $5. And this is another one. We all know Rare Earth. This is the album One World. So this one's about a 5 max, maybe 7 if it's really minty. But it's really well done as I hit myself in the face. So obviously Motown was really in love with Rare Earth. They gave them their own spin-off label for Motown. But if you've been watching commercials recently and you've heard the song I Just Want to Celebrate, that's on here. They also do an amazing cover of What I'd Say by Ray Charles. So I've spun this one a bunch. And like I said, I scored that one. I know I scored it for under $5. So a good pickup. Let's see. Favorite side project. So, you know, that's a lot. I mean, there's a lot of different things you can go. I mean, jazz is almost like the quintessential musical form for side projects. But I went with this one. This is a recent one. This is Dave Grohl's Play. So I went with this one because not only does he play all the instruments, which I'll show it again. I mean, if you want to go check it out, he has a really interesting video of it online. So he plays all the instruments, which, okay, he did that on the first Foo Fighters album. But what's interesting about this is that it's a 22 minute prog piece. It's all instrumental, and when he plays an instrument, let's say he's drums, because everybody knows him, he's a drummer or a guitarist. When he plays that instrument, it's a one take. So 22 minutes. Let's say he screws up at minute 19. He's going to go back to the beginning. That's what he wanted to do. He wanted to see if he could pull this off. And it's interesting because he did all this just to encourage people to just go make some noise. You know, he's been very vocal about just allowing musicians to be musicians and sit in the studio and make a bunch of noise and see what the hell happens. And I think this was a great way to kind of encourage that. So it was really well done. I really enjoyed it. I'm a Dave Grohl fan to begin with, so I really had a lot of enjoyment out of this. So a song that is uncharacteristic of the band's catalog. Huey Lewis and the News 4. I mean, they're a powerhouse of just rock pop cranking them out, right? They have a wonderful barbershop we'll call them quintet because it's like 5 or 6 of these guys. But it's a wonderful barbershop song called Naturally. No instruments whatsoever. It's all vocal. And they just do an amazing job with that. And the first time I heard it, I absolutely fell in love with it. When I was in high school, we actually performed it in my choir. We had a little barbershop quartet. And I sang lead. And I will spare you that because my voice is not even close to what it used to be. As you can tell. So, the next question is, the last album you purchased. Well, had I done this a couple days ago, it would have been with my wonderful trip that I took with H2 Vinyl, Brad, and Metal Ron, who's back, Ron Haggerty. We did a meetup in Orlando on this past Saturday. Well, bought some records, and that was that. Sunday rolls around, and my wife and my youngest and I were going out because we're looking to move. I've talked about that on my channel. And before I'm going out and we're getting ready, I get an alert on the Facebook Facebook Marketplace that somebody's got a collection and it's nearby. I look, I ask some questions. They're not really computer savvy. Can't take a picture with your damn phone. All right. It's about 100 plus records for $50. I got to at least look because it's close. Turned into be about more like 300. And I'd say over half of it is going to get put into my collection. I'm going to do a video of the other half. I'm going to do a couple videos, but the video that I'm specifically talking about now, I'm going to do a video of the stuff that I'm willing to ship and give away. So that's coming up. But anyway, but in it was one I needed on vinyl. I lost my CD, and it's one of my favorite albums of all time. It is in my top 10. When I was flipping through the records, this was pretty much, as soon as I saw it, I was done. I said, ma'am, deal. I gave her the $50. She lived on the 3rd floor. I fought all the way down the elevator, through the building, and I got those records out of there. She was very happy with the $50. I got a lot more than just this, but I was very happy to add that to my collection. What can you say about Marvin Gaye? Like I said, it's one of my favorite albums of all time. Next question. A great album with a bad cover. I think I win the game on this one. It gets nowhere. Who the hell thought that Daryl Hall should look like a hot chick? No. That's turning people off. And then you take it home. What in the hell were they thinking with this photo? Daryl Hall and John Oates is great. I mean, I'm a fan. I think I probably have 2 or 3 copies of Rock and Soul Part 1. I have several of the regular albums, and there's a couple more I'm looking to get. But this, the cover is crap. I just realized I did not pull a good cover, bad album. So we're going to pause. Okay, I'm back. So now, good cover, bad album. So this was kind of a blind buy. The guy's name is Q, Dancing Man. Was at a estate sale. Said the dad was really into jazz, and I obviously want to take a look. I really didn't see much. I bought a couple of things, nothing major. But I looked at this and I was like, oh, that could be kind of soulful. You know, maybe a little bit more of a mellow jazz or something like that. Yeah, no, this is more like bad dance crap gone wrong. No. Number 10, blues album. I don't have a lot of blues, but I do have this. B.B. King live at the Cook County Jail. This was recorded in September of 1970, I believe it was. Yes. And September 10th, actually. And just phenomenal. Obviously, there was a few people that had performed in jails, and obviously Johnny Cash being probably the most notable. But that album is just absolute killer. Love B.B. King. Just, you know, what can you say about him? Number 11, an earworm song. So, I've mentioned before a station I used to listen to back in Maryland and D.C., 99.1 WHFS, and they were truly alternative. They were, you know, if it was popular, that's fine, but they weren't playing pop. Meaning, you know, as The Cure got popular later in their career, they would still play it. That didn't discourage them, but they were still playing stuff like Boys Don't Cry and all that stuff well before any other radio stations were, especially in that area. So, loved the fact that they were playing that alternative music. That was the soundtrack of my high school and beyond. And one song that really just got into my ear was by this band, The Church, and the song is Metropolis. And when I listened to this record, it stuck for days. So, absolutely great album, band worth checking out. But The Church, Metropolis gets stuck in my head real quickly. And a historically important artist. I've already shown a couple. I'm going to show some more. But there's two names in jazz that always come up. Davis and Coltrane. And I was lucky enough, even though I missed the boat when it first came out and didn't pre-order it and stuff like that, I was very lucky that my wife loves me very, very much and got me this for Christmas. And this is just phenomenal. This is the deluxe. Would you stop it with the focus? This is the deluxe 2 LP set. I think I've spun it like 3 or 4 times already. It is fantastic. I cannot stop. It's just absolutely it almost makes you crave that there are more. Somebody please tell us there's more hidden Coltrane. We'll take it, because this was just a job well done. Favorite dollar, or best dollar bin. I got 2. You're not going to believe it. Okay, Beetles. Yeah, that's probably Beat. It's not in the greatest condition. What it is, though, I don't know if you can see that. It doesn't show it. But this is the mono mix. I was very stoked to find that. So, cover, yeah, kind of beat. And I even asked, which I kind of did with both of them, are you sure? I'll give you an out. It's $1. Now this one I did find on my little trip with Brad and Ron. Funny enough, I found this album with with Brad when we went digging in September. And that's The Crazy World of Arthur Brown. The one I found, not in this good of condition, was Atlantic. This one is on track. So I was very stoked to find this. Super clean. Again, asked, are you sure? And the girl said, you know what? Sometimes I put stuff out there to see if people are paying attention. It's $1. In the shrink. Cut out too. I mean, who would discontinue this? It's a great album. Told you. Favorite double album. If if you've watched my channel for more than 3 episodes, you know what I'm going to show. I had a whole video on the unboxing of this and a whole video on the review of this. How could this not be my favorite double album? It is. It's my favorite double album. So this is the actual 2018 direct vinyl transfer of Electric Ladyland. Fantastic. It really sounds great. And for those of you who were on the fence about it, follow it on Amazon. Pretty sure at one point I saw it under 70 bucks. Just saying. An album you learned about through the VC. So, it's not that I dislike country. It just never did anything for me. I've tried. And some of the outlaw country I like. Waylon, I like. I enjoy. Some Hank Jr. I know he's not outlaw, but Hank Jr. I enjoy. Seeing him in concert. He was completely bombed. Good show. It was fun. So I prefaced that by saying I didn't think this would be in my wheelhouse, but pardon me, a couple members talked about this album in the series ad nauseam. They just would not stop about it and said it was really important. So I picked it up, and it's damn good. Damn good. I do have all 3. This is probably my favorite. Michael Nesmith and the First National Band, Magnetic South. I was very happy to pick that up. I did not think I was going to like it. I said, I'll pick up the 1. Actually, ended up picking up all 3 when I found them, and loved it. Show a 10-inch record. I don't have any. So I will show 2 7-inches. Just because, you know, lie and say it's bigger. So I reached in my box. Literally, they're in a box right now. They're neatly organized. They're neat. They're not organized. When I reached out and pulled out 2. So the first one I pulled out was Death Disco. This is Public Image Limited, PIL. This is a UK press. The back is No Birds Do Sing. Picked that one, and actually the next one up at an estate sale. Everybody's going for the LPs, and I found some good stuff there. But where it really struck gold was the 7-inches. And I picked this one up. This is trivia question time. The Buggles, Video Killed the Radio Star. We all know it. It's the first it's the first video on TV ever played. I was glad to pick it up on 7-inch. Would love to get the 12-inch or the album as well. I was glad to pick that up. Favorite album to fall asleep to? You know, realistically, if I'm listening to music when I'm going to fall asleep, it needs to be an instrumental. It needs to be at least somewhat mellow and not like overtly heavy. I mean, I can really fall asleep to anything. I could probably fall asleep to Metallica, but I prefer instrumental and kind of quiet and mellow. So the one that jumped to my mind, and I don't think I've ever shown this here, is a comp. It's a jazz comp called Alive and Heavy and Alive, and I want to say I found this maybe at Goodwill or something. This is actually a German press, and it almost comes across as recorded at like some jazz festival. It has Herbie Mann. Okay, he was on the Atlantic label. Herbie Hancock. That was an odd one. Dave Brubeck. got some others as well. Here, I'll give you, I'll show you, I'll let you look at the liner notes. The liner notes are in German, because it's, again, a German press. Let you look at that. To get a good look. And I don't spin it often, but I do bust it out from time to time. You know what? It's an enjoyable album, and that's just some of the fun things you can find when you're out digging. So my last one. What advice would you give to those who are thinking about starting up and your favorite VC experience? My favorite VC experience is, bar none, the friendships. I am friends with several YouTubers, whether they're VC or not. I'm friends with them on Facebook. We text, we talk, we joke, we game. We do the things friends do. We're just not always in the same room. I've been lucky to meet 2 fellow YouTube VC members. So if you're thinking about doing this, do it. I was you 13, 14 months ago. What if my collection isn't good enough? Who cares? Your collection's fine. Your collection is an extension of you, and you're fine. You are what we want to do this with. We want people who love music to just talk about music. So what if you don't have the most obscure rare psych? That's fine. Maybe you'll stumble into it. Maybe you'll build a collection of some of the greatest jazz you'll ever find just because you were hanging out here, learning, talking, sharing. But realistically, some of us, a lot of us, watch the channel to get to know the people as much, if not more, than the music. You know, when I'm watching Andrew at Tales from the Crate, I'm sitting there talking with him. It's a one-sided conversation, but him and I are having a little chat. I try to do this video, or all my videos, in the same manner. We're just sitting down, having a beverage, whatever it is you prefer. Tonight, for me, it's just Diet Pepsi. But I try to do it like that. Let's have a conversation. We get to interact with comments down below, or email and Facebook and things like that. But we're just getting to know one another. We're building friendships. So I say do it. Just roll. You know what? None of us are really comfortable doing this. We get used to it over time. You get used to talking to your phone and not having instant feedback, and and posting your video and then getting alerts that, hey, your friends have watched it. And that will happen. And don't worry about sub counts and this and that. To be honest, that's just a number. You're going to find that those people who really love your channel are going to keep coming back, and they're going to keep talking. They're going to keep interacting because they like you. They love you. You could show Herbie Hancock or Dio or whatever else. If they like you, they're going to come back. Try it. If you don't like it, delete it, forget it, you never saw it. But chances are, you're going to have a lot of fun and get hooked. I know I did. To me, this is the best outlet I have, because I can't always get together with people who love music just as much as I do. And just, for lack of a better word, shoot the shit. This was a wonderful vinyl tag. It was a lot of fun to do. I encourage everybody who's watching to go do it, participate, have fun with it, even if it's your first one. I don't care if you show the same record 10 times, 20 times, 30 times. I don't care. Make a video, have some fun with it. That's what it's all about. Music and fun. Can't beat that with a stick. Happy New Year, everybody. Hopefully everybody's doing very well. Look forward to a lot more. I've got some stuff planned, so stay tuned for all that. We've got a big pile of records to go through over there. My wife is a patron saint. Take care, everybody. Have a wonderful evening, and we'll talk soon. Peace.